What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 1 of the Press for Presents vlog. We've been sitting on this news for a while, but I'm so excited. We are in our new studio space. This is where our studio is going to be. It's perfect because we don't have a ton of natural light in, so we'll be able to mess with a lot of the lighting and stuff. By no means is it a huge spot, but I think it's going to be perfect because we're going to be able to make it our own. I think we're going to do green paint on the walls with like some off-white for the trim. And we've got some great blinds and a wood door and stuff like that in here too. So super stoked. I've got a cutoff and some shorts packed in the bag so that we can get down and dirty with the paint. So we'll tape all of those. We'll tape like some plastic down so that we can throw all of our stuff on the floor. We're headed to the paint shop right now. We're going down to Sherwin-Williams, which just took Rowan 5 times to learn how to say. We need to grab like paint, rollers, paint pans, brushes, like the whole thing. We're gonna go pick all that up. We're gonna get straight to work. So hopefully it all turns out good. Something like this would be great. I think we'll have him do one of each of these because I can't tell which one of these I like better. I don't know shit about painting, but my family are good painters, so I need to find rollers, some of these guys, some long sticks for the rollers, and some paint pans. 2 paints. We have, what do we have? Forest wood and laurel woods. We're gonna try a little like slab of each of these, figure out which one we like better. First coat. The fact that we should have cut all this in, as you can see, we're doing this mostly backwards. We're learning. It's our first coat, and I think we're shaping up to be in a good spot. No dirty dogs in this office. Paint job number 1 is done. We learned a lot about painting today. It's a super surreal feeling. We've been waiting to be in here since like December. It feels really cool to have a bunch of shittily painted walls so far and just see it all come into life. I think that we're gonna do a lot of really cool things out of the studio, and I think that this is gonna be kind of like part of the story. It's gonna be like the launching point of when we really gain all of our traction. So I'm super excited to be in this space. I think that there's a lot of potential of it. And it feels really cool to kind of start making it our own and have something that we have a lot of great plans for. And we're done. The studio is complete. I know the last time you guys saw it, it was like 1 coat of paint. We had no rug down, obviously no lighting, no table, no chairs, all of the stuff. It's been a journey getting this stuff done. We had 1 area rug that entirely didn't work out. I love you, Mom, but you were wrong about that one. This one looks amazing. We got this table on like a crazy local find, and we're able to just pick it up like same morning that we found it. Coley helped with all the lighting. Clay and Hannah helped with some decor, and just a ton of like hands and ideas and stuff like that has gone into this project. So I'm super stoked about it. We've been waiting for the longest time to record with Jason Townsley, who's gonna be our first guest today. Building the studio was kind of to get Townsley on the show, and we've recorded in Wyoming at Drew's house. We've done a lot of stuff getting to the first episode, which is kind of like our 5th episode, but we've been waiting to get this one done. It's a super special day for us, and looking forward to getting into the episode.
Studio looks awesome.
Thanks, man. Yeah. It's building the studio was such a tricky thing because it was I know better than anybody that I'm not the best interior designer of all time.
I think it turned out great.
Does it feel like maybe the reason that you can't share the good things is because it's better not to share at all than to share anything besides the full story? Because it seems like if you were to share things now, you're sharing like the end of the story after there's already been that shitty part in the middle and the hard parts at the beginning that make it all worth it and all that stuff. Do you think that if you could have all of the elements of that story together, that you'd be more open to sharing some of the stuff that you're doing now?
Yeah, I think if you could share it as one, like a book, like or something where you could share the whole thing, like this is where it was, this is all the stuff that I went through before, and then this is the payoff. That would be a great story to tell. Like that's something I want to tell somebody like you, like Yep, it's going to be lonely for a while. Yep, it's going to suck. There's going to be times when people are going to say they're going to pay you and they're not going to pay you, and you're not going to know how you're going to pay other people. Like, all those things are going to happen, but look what's on the other side.
Yeah.
Like, it would be great to be able to put that story together in a digestible form, in a short enough piece that people could pay attention to it and see the whole thing for sure.
All right. Long time coming. This has been super cool. I feel like we did so much of this kind of like out of order compared to how most people would. We recorded episodes 2 through 5 first because I so badly wanted Townsley to be that first episode. I told him after the podcast that, like, you know, I've done rebrands for my business. I've gone to him for things like how much to pay people, the right hires to make, and he's just been so helpful in like my business life, my personal life, and he was honestly one of the guys that really pushed me over the edge to start the Owner's Journal as well. I felt like doing right by him. I like really wanted, kind of sentimentally, for him to be the first episode because he has done so much that's been so impactful in my personal and business life. So it's so cool, man. The studio is ready. We got all the lighting set up, like we said before, like 45 minutes before that episode. I had no idea what I was doing, and I think that we did a good enough job. Yeah, it's cool. This is what I want to do, and it's so crazy that this vlog will exist when I'm 200 episodes in and be able to go back and rewatch it. But I really feel like this is the start of something that's going to be really cool, and I'm just so stoked about it. It's something that we've been working on for a long time, and so many people have put work into it. Rowan, who's behind the camera right now, has done an outstanding job with the vlogs. He's traveled with us. He's helped us with the studio. It's just been like, he's put a ton of work into this. Gabe helped us go and light all the stuff in Sheridan when we were like, it was so crazy trying to drive and get everything done last minute. Clay's been a huge help from a podcasting standpoint, but then also for getting the design done, as well as his wife, Hannah, who saved us from some of Clay's design choices, and was also super helpful with painting and design and all the stuff. And then all the friends and family who have been encouraging throughout this whole thing. It's a lot to put a bunch of money into lighting and cameras and get studio space when we're making $0 right now. I feel like it's the beginning of a really cool thing, but it hasn't even begun yet. So thank you guys so much for being willing to be in on this at the very beginning, and for your interest and for your time watching all of this stuff. I promise all of these episodes that are going to come out are absolute bangers. And yeah, it's going to be probably the biggest thing I've ever done. And the entire goal is just to bring you guys super cool shit. So thank you again for being along at the very beginning. You guys are the OGs. And yeah, we'll see you at episode 1000.
I ain't f***ing scared of him.
She wants to touch me